People ask me that question almost every day, what's your favorite guitar? And I really don't have one. All the brands that we have here are my favorite brands. That's why they're here. I like all the people that make them. I have relationships with all the brands that we carry. And that's one of the important things, is the relationship. This particular one has hide glue construction. Hide glue they used in the 30s. It dries very hard, and when it cools it's like glass. So it gives a very great rich tone, good acoustic resonance to the guitar. Well, Acoustic Vibes is more of an experience than a traditional retail. What we try to do is create a little bit of surprise for people. People come in maybe looking for something they thought they wanted, but maybe leave with something that they never knew about. So this is a new model from Guild. It's an Orpheum model. This is a 14-fret slope shoulder dreadnought. Of course, all handmade. Nitrocellulose finish. This one has hide glue, Adirondack bracing, and just a great vintage tone. We're a boutique guitar shop, but we've got a great selection. So it kind of has that familiar ring that people remember from Guild from the 70s and 80s and earlier. You know, a lot of guys will come in, or ladies, they've built their business, built their career, raised a family, and they're coming back to their first love. They were a player in college or in high school. They got busy with life and other priorities, and now they're finding some time to come back and revisit their first love. So we have a lot of customers that are kind of in their second phase of instruments. This is a Collings. This particular one is a 000 2H. Of course, the 2 refers to the rosewood, H refers to the herringbone trim. This is a standard model for Collings, Waverly tuners, slot head, high quality materials, beautiful build quality, and so just a brighter ringing tone, a lot more volume. That's kind of what Collings is known for, the cutting tone, very good note separation, excellent for bare fingers. Good sustain. Collings builds an amazing guitar. I've always had an interest in having a great inventory because these guitars, they take a while to have made once you order them. And so we try to order ahead, try to look at customer trends, what I like, what I hear people like, and we try to order things that sell, and they do. Everything sells. So we've done a pretty good job with that. It's a normal scale from a standard 14-fret guitar. This is a 12-fret to the body, but the bridge actually moves toward the bottom bout, giving it a better bass response, kind of like the center of a drum versus the edge. Excellent guitar. For the most part, people are just looking for tonal variety, I think, and also they appreciate the build of the instrument, having an instrument from different makers that they respect. This is a Bourgeois signature OM. Dana Bourgeois does the signature trim on his OM, on his dreadnought. Koa binding, Adirondack top. People have a lot of instruments just because they fall in love with the instrument. You know, it's an object worth having. It's something that delights you, and so they acquire them, and we help them. He uses the snakewood buttons on the gold Waverly tuners, and the signature is typically a Madagascar rosewood. Just a lovely instrument. The Bourgeois tone is EQ'd kind of in the middle between maybe a Santa Cruz and a Collings. It's a little drier. A little more of a vintage kind of sound. Still good projection, good resonance. We'll kind of look at the kind of music they play, their body shape, the type of hands they have, because that all affects the kind of nut width, the kind of scale length, and once we get a guitar that's comfortable, then we'll look at tonal characteristics. And of course, rosewood versus mahogany versus a lot of these other exotic woods. They all have a signature sound. And even within that signature sound of the wood, the different makers have a signature tone as well. So it really is a marriage of both the player and the instrument to get the right sound. But as far as a personal guitar I own, I've got my old Gill D25 from high school. It's an old red beat-up guitar. And I've got my own banjo, and that's my main two instruments that I have personally. Other than that, I get to play all these great instruments every day.